Dream, magic word, isn't it? We usually sincerely wish for everyone. May all your dreams come true, so that everyone wants it really comes true magically. Dreams are one of the most striking events in our inner life. They can be very realistic or fantastic. They can turn us into the very past time or future. They always attractive and bring us a lot of pleasure and joy. But reality in which we live in is different from what we dream of. Psychologists identifies two types of dreams, dream game and its more rational form, dream plan. Once in a way, fantasies of children's dream games turns into dream plans in adulthood. But sometimes we follow our childhood dreams unconsciously without any intention, as it happened to me. When I was a child, I dreamed to be an archaeologist. I want big adventures. I desired to travel a lot. I read a lot of novels about adventures by Daniel Defoe, Jules Verne, Dumas, and etc. I was traveling every day in my imagination. I walked with Philip Handsome by Elysian Fields. I was kindled a fire on an uninhabited island with Robinson Crusoe. I sailed with Captain Grant's children on Duncan to New Zealand. I looked for a treasure with Edmond Dantes, who is Graf Monte Cristo. But reality was different. I was born in ordinary Kazakh family at small town without even any mountains and just almost dried sea. When I told my father that I want to become an archaeologist, he said, forget. And I did. I really did forget my dream. Instead of that, I started to think about more realistic things, and my grandfather advised me to become a lawyer. And I chose history as the fourth subject on ENT. Eventually, I became a historian. During my bachelor and master's, despite my historical themes, I love to do researches on cultural properties because my professor, archaeologist, was so crazy about his job, which is the most motivation for students. After graduating my university, I returned to my hometown and started to look for a new job. There was only one place where I would like to work at a state university. I had an interview and head of that university said, I'm impressed with your CV, but unfortunately, we don't have any free positions at Faculty of History. But instead of that, there is one at Archaeology Department. I discussed it with my father. He said, you have no options. You have to work. Please accept the offer. And since that time, almost 8 years, I was involved and worked at archaeological field, which is closely connected to cultural heritage, museum building, preservation of artifacts, restoration, conservation, and even to pottery art. It was my job to travel throughout Kazakhstan to visit excavating sites. It was my job to travel to near and far abroad and explore new cultural monuments and historical objects. And I've never realized that, that time I was fulfilling my childhood dream till last year. It happened in Japan during UNESCO conference on preservation of historical objects. One representative from ICROM, Dr. Gamini, said, "You guys are lucky because cultural property is not work, it's a dream." I was fulfilling all this time my dream, my childhood dream, unconsciously, because dreams are not created in order to achieve them, but for having to point the way. Now I'm no more involved in archaeology because we have a lot of dreams during our childhood. For example, I also dreamed to be a teacher, who I am now. And also, as every child dreams, I dream to be a president. Maybe not for a whole country. It's okay to be one at Toastmasters Club. Dear friends, I would like to say you, never stop dreaming, because dreams comes true. We are pointing the way. And life is really magic. Thank you for your attention.